Hello. So I was actually not going to do this today. I feel like I look a little bald. But no, I'm just sitting here and I need to get stuff done. So I am going to watch Finding Dory, which I have never had an interest in watching. Like, what is the point? I mean, I appreciate Dory as a side character, but like, does she need a story? Now, it does look like it's only like 90 minutes, which I'm grateful for. Because sometimes these Pixar movies, man, they get long. Also, my dad has been on his own journey as we're training for our Disney cruise for trivia. So he's been watching movies that he's never watched before. He watched Brother Bear last night, which I've never seen, and apparently that movie is dark. Hopefully this is not. I'm also confused because I thought this was like Dory as a kid, but I think it might not be. I think it might be like after Finding Nemo, because this video, like, ignore the fact that my Christmas tree is still up. Like, Nemo and Marlin are up there too, so that confuses me. Anyways, I do have other things to do, but now that I'm watching this, I'm like, maybe I should do a puzzle. Because I haven't done a puzzle in a few weeks. Maybe I'll compromise. But yes, so I'm gonna watch this, and the next one is a sequel too. So we shall see how this goes. I just finished it. I did not do a puzzle. I got one out, but I did not do it. It was fine. Like, I wasn't really invested in it. It definitely was not necessary. I mean, I think they did a decent job of tying in the first movie with this movie. So it does take place after Finding Nemo, like a year after, I think is what it said. But there are a lot of flashbacks to Dory's life, like before Finding Nemo. But you learn about, like, just keep swimming, which I think is nice. It is a little repetitive of Finding Nemo in some of, like, the plot points, because it's kind of like Dory trying to find her parents, her family, but it's also Marlin and Nemo trying to find Dory and get reunited with her. We do see Crush and Squirt again briefly, which is always nice. I do really like them as characters. And there are new side characters here. So Dory's parents do show up a lot in the flashbacks, which I thought was good. I meant to look up who plays Hank the Octopus, because I think it is, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. He is like the, like, patriarch, I'm gonna say, in Modern Family, and to me, I know he was in like a big show in like the 80s or the 90s, but to me, he is a troll from the 10th Kingdom. But I'll try to put his name or picture in here, and I will confirm if I'm right about who it is. I think they had a lot of actors, because Ty Burrell was definitely the beluga. I'm like 100% on that one. And then it was Eugene Levy was definitely the dad. I'm not sure about the mom. So I feel like it was good. For like the first half of the movie, it felt a lot like just little bits, like not a cohesive story, but just like, do you know what I mean? So that was weird. But then I felt like it got a little bit more story-y. It was, but it was fine. Was this released in theaters? I feel like it was. I don't think it should have been. Like, yeah, it was just very unnecessary. I will say, little baby Dory with her little, like, wide eyeballs does get me, but that is just, like, human nature. You are going to be, like, there's a reason a lot of the Disney princesses look the way that they look. A lot of these characters look the way that they look. You are, like, genetically encoded to be, like, emotionally attached to that, like, appearance. So that's not a surprise, but I did cry. I did enjoy Hank. I thought like all of his bits were funny and stuff. I still have a lot of questions about Dory, and I feel like this is true in Finding Nemo too, but here I feel like almost more so. I feel like, what is up with my eyebrow? With her short-term memory loss and everything, it's just like, it's so haphazard, and like, I do appreciate that she is like at school with Nemo and Mr. Ray and everything. And one of the kids asks why she remembers some stuff. And so I feel like that's them kind of calling themselves out, but it's still like, why does she remember Merlin and Nemo? You know, like, why hasn't she forgotten them? Why is this not a 51st date situation? Not that I'm a memory expert, but I'm just saying. It's like, when it's convenient for her to remember things, she remembers things. So, yes. Like, it was okay. I guess I would watch it if somebody wanted to watch it, but I don't feel the need to ever watch this movie again. So, but now I know who Hank is. I've heard about Hank. Now I know who Gerald is. He's barely in the movie, but I know who he is. I know Destiny. I feel like, does Destiny show up in Turtle Talk with Crush now? Because I feel like she does. So yes, I feel like I'm now moderately in the loop, but I also think this movie didn't need to exist. So, and next month we do Cars 3, which I'm probably going to do soon because I'm gonna have surgery and then go on vacation. So I'm gonna try to get that all done before I go. And as much as I enjoyed Cars 2, and I did, I also, didn't feel like we needed a Cars 2. Definitely don't feel like we need a Cars 3. So, but we are in our sequel era. I think after that we get to Coco though. So, at least that's not a sequel. And I've heard very good things. I know my dad really likes Coco. So, definitely hopeful for that.